Hi, I'm Teresa Richey. I am Mark Richey's wife. I originally come from Peru. I arrived here in the States about 40 years ago. That's when I met Mark. I was 22 and he was 24. He was a very busy woodworker in the basement of his $300 a month apartment in Malden. And I was a secretary trying to help him realize that his efforts in woodworking would be compensated. Mark had done a job and he had charged, I remember the number, $26,000 for a whole store. And that was a wonderful opportunity that we had. However, when I started adding all the invoices for the materials, I think it was $27,000. So effectively, he had not charged any money for his labor. And consequently, we had to survive with $10, $15 at the grocery store. Helped him develop a system to be able to charge his customers fairly. And that was key when we started hiring people. From the basement, we moved to South Boston. Right after we got married, I got a job at Baybanks, and so I would work them 9 to 5. That was near South Station in Boston, and after that, I would take a bus to, which was very difficult for me at the time, going dark-looking person in a bus going to South Boston. Everybody looked at me. And I would then change clothes and work with Mark for hours. Spray booth was in the middle of the shop, which was the worst location, but that's the only place it could be. So Mark would put a first coat of the super Kenvar, was called that, the finish, and then we'll have dinner while it dried, and then I'll be the sander, and then he would put the second coat, and we would not go home until midnight to get up the next day at 5 or 6 to do it all over again. I think we were employing almost 50 people then. We need to look for a better place. And so started our search looking for a bigger place, and we ended up here in Newburyport.
Danielle, why don't you stand over here where you actually built it? I just assembled it. She built it. She's the one that built it. Get over there. Get a picture. No, get a picture with it. Sure.
And we transformed this building that was an abandoned building for about 3 years, was abandoned, to what it is now, state-of-the-art facility. And now we don't employ 50, but 100 people. Grew up in Peru, and my father died when I was 6 years old. And being the youngest made me be very responsible. When I finished high school, we finished high school there at 16, you finish here at 18. my aunt invited me to go to Switzerland. And in those days, it was almost like you had a trip to the moon. Some regular person like me in Peru getting a passport and going to Europe was almost unheard of. Growing up, I was always a little different. Always. Not better by any means, and not worse, but just different. I was definitely very outspoken, which was not something of, for a girl in our culture, feisty. And when I was in Switzerland, I liked that part of it because I saw that people spoke their mind, women were strong, and I said, wow, that's awesome. And in fact, that was my experience of that year. But then coming home, my plane stopped in the island of Guadeloupe. And there I saw the most beautiful black flying attendant. And I couldn't believe it. I never seen a black woman flying attendant. And I was so excited about it. So when I came home, then my next stop was Lima after 1 year. And everybody wanted me to tell them about Switzerland. And I said, you won't believe it. I saw a black flying attendant. She was so beautiful. Anybody can do anything. And my family almost didn't understand. They thought I was going crazy. But there were, episodes and experiences of your life that really mark you, that make you open your eyes and give you strength, hope that you too can do something that you set your mind to. Minority and women also. And I'm very proud of that. I like to work hard and I like to do things right. I like respecting other people like I like to be respected. And I think those are good formulas for success.
Hey, Paola, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So you're going to the gathering today?
Yes.
Oh,
My
fun,
mom, yeah.
fun.
Once I came here, I thought that, wow, truly, I'm not a saleswoman, but I tell you, I could sell America to anyone. America is the land of opportunity. And I don't know that there are many countries in the world where anybody can come and make their American dream come true. And so I did. And I think that maybe because Mark grew up here, he didn't see it as much as an opportunity as I did. And I was that driven force. I would like to tell anyone who has an idea to always dream, and making your dream a reality is an equal opportunity.
Okay. You tell her your name. What's your name?
My name is Mark Richey
Okay. Where are you from?
from Laos.
Laos. How long have you worked here?
I'm working in marketing, working 31 years.
Who's your friend here?
Teresa Richey.
We are the same height. He's a master woodworker. So he helped me with Natalia, play with Natalia was little, so 31 years old. She was 2 years old, and he says, "I'm looking for a job." I said, "Well, I fill up the application. My husband is going to look at it later on because he's in the shop floor working. This is in South Boston." So he says, "No, I stay here and I help you with your baby because I don't have a job and I don't have anything to do. And I'm not going anywhere. I sit here and I wait for your husband." And so when Mark came, he gave him the job. And he has been working here ever since.
Oh, that's a long time.
And now, Mark, now he is driving Mark's old Audi. He's a fancy man.
Audi.
Audi.